as to what we'll be talking about today.
I hear that bell go ding dong deep down inside my heart. Each time you say kiss me, then I know it's time for ding dong to start.
You made me want to sing along with the song, William, when you played it. Well, speaking of Ding Dong, there is a restaurant called Ding Dong, and it's located at 115 Amoy Street. It boasts a colorful oriental-themed interior, and the restaurant serves up Asian fusion cuisine. In other words, food with a fun twist on Singaporean, Thai, Vietnamese, and Malaysian dishes. Let's get to know Ding Dong's head chef, Miller Mai, better, and he's experienced in an eclectic variety of cuisines himself. He's been involved in F&B since he was a child. Wow, that's a long way to go.
Well, Miller, thanks very much for joining us. Your parents ran a seafood zi char stall, although you mentioned that it's now just your mum who's running the zi char stall. But did this influence your decision to become a chef?
Yep. I mean, they used to run a zi char stall like 8 years ago. I mean, right now my mom's still doing the operation, but my dad already moved on to his own personal interests. So, of course, it's out of curiosity. I always go to their food store and observe how they do the operations, helping their employees, preparing the ingredient, cooking the dishes. Also, I help my mom to serve the food to the guests, in the coffee shop. Of course, it's them, the other one who inspired me to be what I am today. Definitely, yeah.
Did you ever at that young age think, maybe I can take over my parents' stall one day?
Yep. I mean, at the point of time, yes, I'm thinking maybe one day I should do this, what they are doing right now. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like you have surpassed that.
Thank you.
But I did read that you've been working since you were 14, and that includes a time when you were working at a food court?
Yep, just during my school holiday, during like secondary 2. My dad sent me out. He said, don't stay home, go help out with the friends. I went doing like a fried chicken stall. Well, I mean, there's another technique of doing like staying in the fryer, doing all deep frying stuff.
But looking back, you got your diploma in culinary arts in 2012, about 8 years ago. But before that, you were also served as an apprentice at a Goto Japanese restaurant. Seems like you were dabbling in all sorts of cuisine, from Western fare at a local food court to then, a Japanese restaurant. Was this a period where you were still finding out where you were going to be gravitating towards?
I mean, I would say it's like finding my own fundamental skills from there. I mean, it's like every cuisine got their own personal set of skills. So take out a good one for myself, and then I try to do my own philosophy and principle on a cuisine. So like doing the Japanese restaurant, I was there for like almost 9 months, because this is like one of the apprentice sites that my school sent at Sunrise Global Chef. They sent me over there. I mean, that was a very fun days learning from like the traditional Japanese. It's like doing like a 16 packs a night, only like 4 chefs. I was the trainee. The frightened part was every Monday and Thursday, I'm gonna stand there, keep stirring the tofu for 4 hours. Every Monday, Thursday.
They don't have a
no, traditional, use hand.
Right. Yeah, it's a hard life for Japanese apprentices, right? You start.
I mean, that guy is Goto-san is a very traditional guy.
Yeah, I hear that they're very strict with the way food's been prepared. It should be done that way. They don't detract from what has always been the way food is prepared.
Yep. I mean, like a few years back, there's something happened in Japan. The ingredient came on that day wasn't nice. He just closed the restaurant. Well, he's like, no, not today. We can't do this today. This is like what he done. This is what I respect about him till today.
Well, after that, you worked at Luke's Oyster Bar and Chop House for 2 years. Was that also an apprenticeship?
No, that's my full-time. I would say also apprentice side and also a full-time job for me. So it's like learning the basic classic cooking way from there. So to pick up from there before I go to the modernist way.
Yeah, and then in mid-2014, you joined the Tippling Club, of which we have featured on our program before. They are very well-run, very tightly run ship as well. We spoke with Ryan on our program before. What was it working like with them at Tippling Club?
I mean, during the time I was there, I had a great time at Tippling Club. They were the number 22 in the Asia Best 50 restaurants. I mean, the kitchen team there was the best I would say I worked with at the moment in time. So it's like, I gained a lot of molecular gastronomy cooking technique from Chef Ryan and also the head chef previously, Chef Paul. And then I also met my future wife there also.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, she was your future. Is she your wife now?
Future. I mean, right now, girlfriend going to be.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
wonderful.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so many experiences, and you're now the head chef of Ding Dong, which is owned by the same company that runs Tippling Club, I
Yep.
believe. How has your experience working with all these different cuisines?
Being with skill of modern cooking and my experience with the Asian flavor, my prime position to create the dishes to reflect is like more. I would say it's like my cook to share the same passion with the guests like this. I mean, something like that. Yeah.
What would you say? I think we have read that Ding Dong is really a fusion of different Asian cuisines. What is your signature dish? I'm just curious as to what your signature dish is at your restaurant.
Because I did the chi chong fan, the rice roll. I did with scallop, but then it's made with fully 100% scallop without any starch, without any like flour. Just a scallop itself, following with some mud crab and some Asian herbs in it.
Wow, this is elevated Chong Fan.
Yeah. It's the same, it's white, in white color, everything is the same.
Right, only the contents are
The content,
different.
the flavor is very seafood.
So you also add soy sauce on it.
No soy sauce. I do it like serve with a Vietnamese sauce, the non cham, made with a clam base.
Right, steamed as well.
Yeah, steam as well. I mean, the presentation serve with like ginger flower vinaigrette like this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and Ding Dong is also known for its cocktails and boutique wines.
Yep.
What would you recommend? Or maybe you can suggest some dishes that would go well with these cocktails and wines.
For cocktail itself, we always give surprise to the guests. But then, as for wine, we are moving on to natural wine. I'm doing natural because the amount of for the acidity pairs well with Asian food, Asian spices. Yeah.
Well, the awards kept coming for you as part of you were a semi-finalist in the Welbilt Rising Chef of the
The flavor will be similar to what I serve in Ding Dong, but then the dishes will be totally different.
Yeah. So you said cheese will be added to that dish.
The gelato, in the gelato itself, because in the Italy side, they want it to have the main flavor is the cheese gelato.
Oh, okay. So there's not going to be any hint of Singaporean flavor.
Yes. We still serve like Asian hint, but then we can't name it as Asian because they wouldn't understand over there. Let's say we say laksa, they're like, what's that? We can't do that there. So we just say like a spice gravy with something like that.
Coconut broth.
Yeah, something like that. Because if they wouldn't understand, they can't give us the points.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, your work has taking you to Italy. It also took you to Germany after you won that award, where you worked at a 2 Michelin-starred restaurant in Germany called Restaurant Tim Rao. Tell us more about this restaurant and what you learned there.
I mean, I would also want to thank the Welbilt World Gourmet Awards and the Singapore Tourism Board to send me to the restaurant Tim Rao in Berlin, because it's like they sent me for the program. It's called Overseas Development Program by Singapore Tourism Board. The restaurant itself was the best restaurant in Germany, and Chef Tim Rao was the best chef during last year, 2019. So what have I learned? I learned their flavor, their presentation of Asian flavor that turned to the Asian palates. The European palates using Asian flavors. The kitchen culture focus and silent firing like 10 course of menu, where on like a machine. So they don't talk. They just keep to you next.
Very German.
German precision.
This is German precision. So anyway, I still see like happy customer at the end of the day. It's this full house every night. It's like they work like a machine there. It's like next.
So I assume Ding Dong also works like a machine now.
No, we talk a lot over there.
Oh, you which is good. Communication is good.
But is there anything that you learned in Germany that you've brought back to Ding Dong?
Not entirely. No, I wouldn't say I learned any. I learned a lot of things. The flavor itself, the presentations. I mean, I pick up like very positive, except based on what I observe in like a restaurant theorem to bring back to Ding Dong. I mean, I'll put a technique in the dishes and their flavor profile use in Ding Dong.
Well, I'm very intrigued after you mentioned that savory dessert and all that. What kind of dishes would you recommend for people going to Ding Dong for the first time? Maybe you can recommend the starter, the mains, and the dessert.
The starter, I would say you should go for like a Singapore chili crab. We do it serve it cold with the kueh pai ti shao, homemade, and some the tomato jelly to serve along with it. So just pop in the mouth, you can feel all the flavor, like acidity, the spices, yeah. And then followed by, I would say, the green curry. We make in-house, the paste, serve with the New Zealand red snapper, white clams, and grilled eggplants. And lastly, dessert, I would say chendol. Because chendol is for me, I really love chendol. So we do it like the coconut mousse, serving. We pipe the coconut mousse in the nitrogen to freeze it out, minus like 172 degrees. Serve with all the condiments that chendol have it. But then we do all homemade.
And that's the only dish on the menu that has your surname in it.
Yeah, that's why they put it in.
Chendol Mai, M-A-I.
Yeah, thank you.
I noticed that one.
So,
Thank you.
diners to your restaurant can opt for a 4-course meal or a 6-course meal. Is that right?
Yep.
What goes into that?
So it's like a tasting menu. So they just sit down and relax. So we'll kick off all the dishes for them.
It's like omakase.
You can say that, yes. Like any dietary, just inform us. We'll just prepare our dishes.
Right. So if it's 4 courses, for instance, is it 2 starters, 1 main, 1 dessert?
1 each, I would say.
No, what? That's only 3.
I would say 1 cold apps,
okay.
1 hot apps, 1 main course, 1 dessert. Yeah.
All right. Yes, because you do have a cold starters and then the hot starters as well. And that's quite a good list. If you were to go with a group, these are individual portions, right? It's not meant for sharing.
We also do sharing menu if you request. Big group of 8 and above. We do like a sharing menus.
Okay, that looks pretty good. You know, mains, they've got your seafood options of red snapper, like Miller was mentioning, and we also have barramundi. And then if you are more into land animals, you got your lamb shanks and your Iberico pork collar char siu, Angus beef short ribs as well, and of course, if you like those on 2 legs, they got duck leg.
Well, what struck me about your website in particular was how colorful the interior of Ding Dong is. Is it meant to look like some retro Chinese restaurant?
Yeah. It's like the theme was like a retro, enjoying the 80s, 70s, 80s music, enjoying like a very, very funky kind of places that you enjoy, cozy,
Right.
and the modern Asian food.
Okay. And if you're interested in going to Ding Dong and trying some of those dishes yourself, well, it's located at 115 Amoy Street. It's open Monday to Saturday. Is that right? Are you closed on Sunday, Miller?
Yeah, we close on Sunday. So Monday to Saturday, we operate for lunch, 12 to 3 p.m. and then followed by 6 to 10:30.
Would you advise people make a reservation before they pop by?
Yes, I would advise. They do book their own reservation before they come for dining in Ding Dong.
Is it a very big space that you operate from?
We do like a 46 sittings.
Okay.
We can do 2 rounds. Yeah.
Okay.
And do you have an event space as well?
Event space, yes. I mean, for cater for cap at 80 packs. That's it. We can't do more than that because no space at the restaurants.
Well, if it's anything to go by, I think it's going to be a fun place to have a meal because Miller seems like a very fun person, and he says that the kitchen is not going to be a quiet place like the German restaurant that he has spent some time with. So it definitely looks like a whole lot of fun and a very colorful outing for a meal as well over at Ding Dong. Once again, they are located at 115 Amoy Street, open Mondays to Saturdays. Lunchtime will be from noon to 3 p.m. Then dinner starts from 6 p.m. all the way through till 11:30 p.m. Sundays, they take a break as well, as should you.
Thanks very much, Miller. And if you'd like more details, you can head to their website, dingdong.com.sg.